My name is Shane and you're watching Tales from the Tent. On today's episode I want to talk about a question we get all the time, which is how long should I float? Now this has a couple different answers. One's like the short easy answer and one's the big picture float philosophy answer. So the short one is, how do you know when to get out when you're done? So if you wanted to get in there for a deep meditation, just stay in there till you get that deep meditation and you'll know I got it or I want to get out. Or you'll get in and you were looking for a state or you're looking for a place to go and you didn't reach it and you get kind of frustrated or bored. That's another time to get out. Maybe you were in a thinking type float and you thought about everything you wanted to do and you came up with a resolution in your mind and then you know it's time to get out. But there's no time to get out. It's totally up to you. I notice that when I float, sometimes it's 40 minutes, sometimes it's an hour and a half, and it has really no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of how I feel. Sometimes it'll come down to, did the float go well, or did my mind keep racing, or was I interrupted? So there's no real set answer for when to float, when to get out. I used to think I was the most common type of floater, don't ask me why, but I was thinking 45 minutes to an hour is a good session, a good float session, but I've been doing a lot of interviews with floaters lately, and I've found that a lot of people go hour and a half, 2 hours every float, so that may be more your style. So the short answer is, you'll know, get out when you're done. There's no set answer, but that gets me to the bigger float philosophy type thing. So I was talking to Glenn and Lee Perry. They own the first float tank company, Samadhi, and they always kind of keep me in line with this idea, and there's no expectations or no rules for float, and there's nothing you need to do in there that's specific. If you want to float to relieve some pain, float to relieve pain. If you want to float to aid sleep, do that. If you're floating for spiritual awakening, float as long as it takes to spiritually awaken. You're going to find rhythms you like, but that big picture answer is just whatever feels right for you. There's no right way to float. So this episode, essentially, there's nothing I can tell you except for find out what works for you, find a habit that works for you, and just get what you want out of it. So to emphasize, there's no rules for floating. Just do whatever you want, do what feels right, get out when it feels right. So I hope that answer gives you some idea of value, but also gives you the idea of the philosophy of float is it's yours to do whatever you want with. So thanks, guys. I hope that helped, and see you next time. Thanks.